3, 2, 1.
All right, welcome to episode 120 of the Narcissistic Music Disorder.
What's up, buddy? So we're not ones to keep a bunch of secrets, right? So we had a guest scheduled today who had something come up and couldn't make the show. So we're kind of freestyling one today, which
Yeah,
Scott and I we were talking about when we started. I don't know if you remember, but when we started, we were really loose with topics. There was no
yeah.
lists. We weren't making lists. We were just kind of rambling on. So um we're gonna try one today about I think this is a good topic too. I'm starting to on a piece of paper here, I'm kind of writing down a rough outline for what I'm gonna say. I've got songs. Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't know if I got something for there's a couple of these I don't have songs for.
There's a popular day for sure, I'm
For
guessing.
sure. So what's our topic? What's our topic today?
Well, we just decided to freestyle a songs about days of the week.
Okay, my first one is Days of the Week by Stone Temple Pilots.
Oh,
No, I'm just kidding. So I would say pretty fertile writing ground, days of the week.
yeah,
There's a couple
especially
days that.
Saturday.
So I was gonna say Saturday's a big one.
Yeah,
Monday's good.
come Monday, Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah. So let's get started. Where do you want to start? Does the are we starting with the work week on Monday or are we doing Sunday?
Well, Sunday, let's see. Raining on Sunday, Radney Foster.
Uh, uh, of course, the Chris Christopherson Sunday morning coming down is
Yep.
always that's always a
Lucinda
good one.
Williams, Sundays.
Um, is it there's a Backsliders song. I think it's called "It Rained on Sunday." It rained on, but it might be "It Rained on Monday." I'm not sure.
Okay.
Why do you think Sunday's such a fertile? Is it because of the religious connotations? You think? Like why
Yeah.
Sunday?
And
Why?
it's
And
written
it's
about as a lazy day too.
well, and it's also too like Sunday morning coming down. It's like you're done partying for the weekend,
Yeah.
which is odd. Sunday was my party day. That's
A
when
lot
I
of
drank the
people did
most.
that. Yeah, yeah. Sunday
I did
fun
it
day.
I did it right, exactly. I did it because I played on the weekends and I couldn't get super tore down because I had to at least keep it somewhat together to play. So
Yeah.
Sunday was I had a nice schedule on Sundays. I mean, I like my Sundays now. Now they're coffee. I hang out, I do okay. I record, I do stuff like that. It's way better. But old days, I mean, every once in a great while on a Sunday, I would pass out in a chair like in front of the garage.
Oh yeah. Well,
You
like my
know?
my favorite podcast is two comedians and they love Sundays because that's like their day off because they don't work, usually they
Right,
work, Thursday through Saturday.
right.
So
I'm trying
Sundays
to
they're like park hang or whatever. If the guys that I listen to live in New York, so
I don't really, Sunday, it's a good writing day. It's good for writers. I think it sings pretty well. It sounds good. And as soon as you say Sunday, I think it means something to people. You know what I mean? Everybody's
yeah,
got their Sunday. It's Sunday's a ritualistic day of the week, really, not just religiously speaking, but a lot of people like barbecuing, right? Cooking out on Sundays, stuff like that. So
yeah. Football
I
season,
love
it's takes on a new
to
meaning too.
I, I loved to. I mean, I freaking loved a Sunday bar day. Who did I like a Sunday bar day? My Sunday, old school Sunday bar days would be if we played with the Hard Promises in town here at like a local bar called Bud's Tap Room, like old school bar, not, not tasting room, not brewery, not let's go sit on the deck. It was a bar with a lighted menu sign that had the black letters stuck to it, and said
Yeah.
old style killer, kick ass. We would play Saturday night, go hang out till like 6:30 in the morning, then be like, let's meet when Bud's opens to tear down equipment. And as soon as we got there, we'd start piling in Bloody Marys and beers. And that was good Sundays. So yeah, I'm gonna use Sunday morning coming down. Um, hang on, give me a second. I gotta think of the song. It's a Sunday song too. Sunday Clothes by Charlie Sexton Sextet. That's a great tune.
Oh yeah, is that from
It's from Under the Wishing Tree.
yeah, Wishing Tree. I've been
Yeah,
spending some more time with that record lately.
dude, I don't know why I like that album so much. I was just thinking about it. Um, because it is such a sleeper album. So few people know about it. And Sexton is, I mean, he's a guitar hero, dude. He played with Bowie, played with everybody since he's been a little kid. Since he's been like 13 years old.
Heard some
Um,
stories about him at the Shannon McNally show.
oh, she was talking about Sexton.
Yeah, because she does an EP with him.
Yeah, yeah. Was it good or bad?
It was good because,
Oh, good.
she works with him a lot and calls him for, advice on tracks.
Are
And
we going to? We should probably take a quick side street. How was that show?
it was fantastic. Yeah, it was great. She was just her acoustic,
She needed me, is what she needed.
no band. She's touring with Mike Campbell and the Dirty Knobs. So this was like a gas money gig.
Oh, really? Wow, she's opening for
It's
that
like the
band.
next
Wow.
night she's which because she does Gold Dust Woman, and
Oh yeah.
when she does it, Mike Campbell comes out and plays with her on the nights she's with them.
Oh man, how rad is that, dude?
Yeah. Yeah, she told some cool stories.
And she seemed pretty cool, like as a
Yeah.
person. Good, I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she was
because
very cool.
yeah, Sunday
Her
closed from
ex-husband was
Sexton.
the drummer for Blue Mountain.
Frank Couch.
Well, he played, I don't know if he was the full-time drummer, but I know he played with Blue Mountain before. His name is Wallace Spencer.
Hmm. That was her husband. I
Yeah,
thought the dude in the video might be her husband, like the video for Ain't Living Long Like This, her guitar player, maybe. Like maybe she's got a right hand guy. Because in the video for Ain't Living Long Like This, there's a dude that is either a band member or I don't, maybe, you just
right.
assume. I don't know. But yeah, okay, we digress. I
She
go
just had her
Sunday.
tour manager with her when she was at the Tip Top.
What were they in vehicle wise? Do you know? Were they in a
Didn't
van?
see, didn't
Didn't see.
didn't see what they were driving.
All right. So I said Sunday closed from the Charlie Sexton Sextet. I'm trying to think of any other Sunday songs. Sunday song actually would probably be pretty good. I can picture a hippie hippie jam song about that.
Yeah,
All right,
there's
what?
the Lucinda Williams has the song Sundays.
Yeah, I think I'm. I gotta make sure there's no. Yeah, I don't think there's any other ones. Sunday close would be well, and then of course there's always. I mean, you got to mention Sunday Bloody Sunday.
Monday.
Oh man,
Oh yeah, you too.
yeah, you too.
The
You
band that
froze
nobody
on me,
likes, but nobody dares to say anything.
dude. What is it about that band? The band that literally injected their album into our lives without asking.
They
Do you remember that shit?
Yeah.
How in the world
Was
can
that
you
just
do that?
iPhones?
Yes, it was
Yeah,
iPhones,
yeah.
dude. Bloop, and I was like, shit, it's probably still in my library of albums. Yeah. So next day, I got one for this Monday. I mean, obviously the classics, right?
Manic
Monday,
Monday.
Monday.
Yep.
Manic Monday is a great tune too. Have you ever seen um Prince? There's a video on YouTube of Prince
Yes.
doing it, but it's rehearsal footage of his band of the
It's
Revolution.
yes.
Oh my god,
I
dude, it's
know.
so killer. It, and I mean, I love the Bangles version of it. I love it. But Prince's is pretty cool too.
It is. It's really cool.
And
Yeah,
and
the
I
YouTube video is fun.
is dude, and you can tell they were irked. They're working, dude, dancing, playing. He's working like the mic stand, how he does all the mic stand stuff. Where he
Yeah.
throws like James Brownish stuff. It's pretty cool. Yeah. So Manic Monday's in there. I had Monday by Wilco.
Oh yeah.
Monday, I'm all high. Get me out of FLA.
Yeah,
I
that's
like that
from
tune a lot.
that being there.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's probably one of the tracks I
Disc
really liked on
disc
Being There.
one, I think, probably.
It is on disc one. Yep.
Yeah.
Because I think Monday's the one that's like, Charlie had a plenty good band, but he couldn't understand why no one would go.
He had
Yeah.
a left arm tan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Working
Great
on his
line,
van
too.
with a left arm tan. Yep.
That's a great song. What do you got for Mondays? You got anything in the top of your
There's
head?
Come Monday, Jimmy Buffett. New Moon on Monday, Duran Duran.
Duran. Oh, good call, dude. Oh, yeah. New
That
Moon
was
on
the
Monday.
later track, but
Yeah. That's a great tune.
good
That's a
tune.
great.
Yeah.
They had some, you know what? Here's another side street for you. Dude, they also, Duran, to me, there's what would you call it? I guess you'd call it the heyday, I suppose, like Rio era.
Yeah.
But all that stuff, like Ordinary World and that later stuff, is really super good too.
Yeah.
Seven in
the
the Ragged
90s
Tiger.
stuff is Red Carpet Massacre, I think, is 90s.
I
And
like that band. I like Duran Duran, and I mean, we've talked about it on this show before.
I think their only real stinker of an album was Seven in the Ragged Tiger.
What was the hit on that? Was New Moon on Monday on Seven in the Ragged Tiger?
It
I think
might
it
have,
might have
but there
been.
was a couple good songs on there, but overall, I think the band would probably say that that's
Probably.
their least favorite too.
Dude, though, how do you, I mean, how do you follow up? I don't know how these bands do it. Like, how do you follow up Rio
Rio.
or Sports by Huey Lewis or any of those 80s uh what was the Color by Numbers? Was that the Culture Club record? The big one? I think
Yeah.
it was. Yeah. Yeah, I like Wilco's Monday. What else is Monday's always in there, Manic Monday. Um
Yep.
I don't know if I have any other. I mean, I feel like I do. You said Come Monday by Jimmy Buffett.
Jimmy Buffett. Yeah.
I like that title a
Come
lot.
Monday, it'll be all
So here
right.
you're in the here you're in the now we're starting to get into the there's Tuesday's Gone. It was my first thought on Tuesday,
Skinnerd. Yeah.
which is a kick ass jam. I
Killer
told you,
song.
man. I
Hank Jr. did it when I saw him live.
I needed, I needed to I don't know, man. Like I said, I looked up to a guy. I thought so much of him that I wanted him to think I was cool. So, and he was a Skinnerd hater. So I thought I would hate on Skinnerd too, which was a big mistake at that time because I already knew I loved Leonard Skinner. It's still, you know, I still love Give Me Three Step. I love all the Skinnerd stuff, to be honest. I don't think Sweet Home Alabama is still a kick ass jam when I hear Skinner do it. Um, but Tuesday's Gone is that became probably one of those songs like for me that was a Skinnerd sleeper that I didn't really.
Yeah.
But it's so good though, man.
Tuesday's Gone Live is by Skinnerd is
It's such a
fantastic.
good song, man.
Man.
It's such a good song, and
I
that's
mean
such a
that
good
I
band.
the Freebird live version 2 of Skinnerd for the old one from like 77 or whenever.
Yeah,
That solo that he blazes in that song.
dude, they were. I mean, again, it's my fault. I made some mistakes in my younger years,
I did
um,
that.
but dude, I did it with a lot of this dude who I looked up to, who I loved, who's since passed away. He was so punk rock and opinionated that the Seegers and the Skinners and the whatevers pissed him off. Like he just was so against that. But yet, how do you deny those songs, dude? You just
Yeah.
can't. You can't
No.
deny Tuesday's Gone is a great song. You can't deny Skinner's a great band. I mean, I think what sucks too is a certain segment of society sort of took Skinnerd from the rest of us because then you started to kind of feel like you were, if you were really flying that Skinnerd flag a little bit. For me, I didn't want to keep company with certain dipshits who,
There's a
you know what I'm
new
saying?
there's a new version of that right now. Kid Rock is the new version of Skinnerd. Like
So I'm
people
gonna.
are afraid to say that they're a fan of him,
I liked
which is
Cowboy.
so dumb because who gives a fuck about somebody's political views? If you like their songs, you like their songs.
I'm okay. If Bow with the Bow comes on the radio or Cowboy, um, a couple of those tunes I'm cool with, right? I'm cool with the songs. But
Yeah.
like even politics aside, whether I agree or disagree, take that shit out of it. Like that picture song's a piece of shit. The one he did with Sheryl Crow, it's
Yeah.
terrible. It literally sounds like a song someone in junior high would make up. It's so I don't know. It just does nothing for me. Um,
He's got
and
a song. He
you
has
know,
an
Butch
E.
Walker makes fun of him on Rock Vocal Power.
Oh, yeah,
I
for
don't
sure.
sing so good.
Yeah.
The
The
vocal
auto
technique.
tune thing.
Yeah,
Yeah. Because
yeah,
the auto tune is very evident on that
yeah.
Devil Without a
Kid,
Cause record.
which probably on purpose. I think it was at that time it might have been a
It was like 98.
yeah production because remember the first time I ever heard auto tune. Now tons of records were auto tuned when
I thought it was
Pro
like
Tools came out.
skipping or something.
I actually, the first time I ever really heard it was that Cher song, Believe. Do you believe
Oh,
in love?
I
That's the
thought
first
there
time
was
I,
something wrong with the CD that when I first heard auto tune on a CD, I'm like, what is going on?
so here's my thought on auto tune is, you know, vocals, you get your vocals as close as you can, right? You sing till it's as good as you can get it. And then auto tune people, I got friends who are like, fuck auto tune. I would never do that. I'm like, dude, you're in a market where the consumer ear is now tuned in. The
Yeah,
consumer's ear is used to everything being tight. And, you know, I mean, you listen to Dylan tunes or even this Americana stuff we listen to, dude, there's some out of key vocals and that stuff. Thank God. Thank God. A
yeah.
dude like me can write, make up little songs and sing them and not have to worry about, well, I better be able to hit the scream or whatever. But yeah, wow, we're talking about Tuesdays and now we're talking about auto tune. So I don't really, I don't know, man. I'm not gonna go. I don't think I really, I don't hate it. I don't like it used to make somebody who can't sing sing. I don't like that part.
No, but we were yeah, we were referencing that, back when we were coming up and people said, stuff about Skinner, but I think Kid Rock is similar in that vein of,
Dude, he's got no identity, Scott.
but like he's got an
He's
EP that he released probably, I don't know when he released it. I don't even remember what it's called, but it's got like 4 songs on it. He does a cover of a John Eddie song called 40. He does a song called The Midwest Fall, which is it's a great song. So I don't,
do, do,
I'm not afraid to say I like some Kid Rock songs.
I'm
I
not
don't give
either.
a shit what anybody thinks.
No, the persona
Um,
I could do without for sure. But I'll tell you what, man. When I heard the first song I ever heard was "Bow with Bow," and
yeah,
I thought that was killer, man. I did. I loved it. I loved that tune. I thought the cowboy tune was cool. I was
yeah.
pretty much out
I
after
mean, I
that.
was a fan before he was famous, of course.
Yeah. What was that? What's the album that all the Kid Rock fans are always like? Grits and
Grit
Gravy? No,
Sandwiches for Breakfast is
Grit
his first
Sandwiches.
record, but
Yeah.
I was into like the Polyfuse method, and then he had another one. Oh, I can't remember. Early Modern Stone Pimp,
Yep. I've heard all those titles thrown out.
and
Yep.
those were cool records. I saw him back in the day somewhere in Grand Rapids, and there was maybe 20 people there. Met him after the show. He was really
He was
cool.
cool. Yeah. I don't know, man.
I
I
used
don't
to,
get in.
whenever I met bands back in the day, I would always ask them, "What's in your CD player?"
Yeah. What'd he say?
Hank Williams.
Yeah.
So we just shot
Junior.
the shit about Hank and Hank Jr. and had a beer, and I went on my way.
Yeah, that's cool. I don't know, man. I don't hate the dude. And I gotta admit, you know,
I mean, he could be a bit much with his, the shit he says, but
yeah,
he
but
does
he's
it
just
to he wants to be in the paper. He
it's the
doesn't
only way
want
he
someone to
can be
say, "I met Kid Rock and he was really cool and he gave
because that doesn't work for
$50,000 to a charity," and
his rebel persona. He's got to have that rebel persona,
gotta have
which
it.
there's nothing rebellious about that dude at all. He's about as cookie cutter as you can get these days. If he wanted to be really rebellious with his kind of reputation and fan base, he would he would come out as a super liberally minded dude or something and be like, I support everybody's right to be themselves. That would be rebellious because his fan base would shit their pants.
He's gonna
And
Instead of touring with Tucker Carlson, he's gonna tour with Ben Shapiro
exactly. Well, the other thing is too,
or
dude,
Jon Stewart.
like the beer thing. Who gives a shit what beer he drinks? Bud Light was swill before he started drinking it, before
Yeah,
he threw his fit. Yeah, man. Who cares? So we're moving on to
Wednesday.
what do you got for Wednesdays? I got a good one.
It's Only Wednesday by the Crash Kings. I can't believe it's only Wednesday. If you're into like oh the White Stripes, the band Low Cut Connie, you'll be into the band called the Crash Kings. They're out of Ohio. They piano based lead singer Ben Folds, if you like that,
Oh
but it's
yeah, I
more
like Ben Fold.
rock.
Oh, cool. I'd
Yeah,
like that.
it's really cool band. I think they
My
only have 2 records, but this is on their first record, which is just called the Crash Kings.
I'm gonna pitch a semi-local band. And it's off their album Get Along. It's a song called Thank God It's Wednesday by the Holy Cows. It's
Okay.
on Get Along. Um,
Is
Thank
that
God it's
before or after Blueberry?
before.
Okay.
Yeah. It's that Get Along. The first song I ever heard by him was Get Along, which was getting a little bit of like GRD airplay, maybe.
Oh yeah.
And then this song, Thank God It's Wednesday. You know, I couldn't wait till Friday night. Thank God it's Wednesday. So back in my drinking days, we would always like, you know, if you're a hardcore drinker, you're always trying to be like, all right, man, today I'm not like, today we're not doing that. Like, let's be cool. We'll have a couple beers, but let's not get blackout drunk.
Yeah.
And we always would be like, I can remember saying stuff like, if we were getting loaded on a Monday, we'd go, well, I'm glad we're drinking today. It kind of breaks up the week, you know, and it was Monday. And then Wednesday, my drinking buddy and I would always say, thank God it's Wednesday. And we'd play that Holy Cows tune and then we'd get blackout drunk. Like I said, I've told people before, I did, and I swear this on everything I love, all that is holy. I did have a solid year of my adult life that I never once went to sleep, that I never once laid down with the intention of going to sleep. For 1 year, every night I passed out. We called it fading to black. I did it for a year. That's the God's honest truth, dude. For a year.
You gotta
And
have
then
goals.
I remember saying like, tonight, just tonight, it was a year in. I'm like, I just want to put on clothes you go to sleep in and walk
Go
into
to
the
bed.
bedroom and go to bed. I'd never done it for a year. Truth. Yeah. So thank God. Thursday. Here you go. Fancy pants. What's your Thursday song?
Wasted Thursday by Caleb Cottle.
Fuck, you would have one too. I don't know if I have anything for Thursday. Wow,
Oh
Thursday's a
man,
toughie.
that's a tough one.
I don't think I do.
That's one of my favorite Caleb Cottle songs.
I wonder what. I mean, can you think of another Thursday song?
I could think of a band called Thursday,
Yeah,
but
I've heard of that. But
um,
but to think of an actual, I don't think I have one, dude.
I can't think of anything else. No,
I mean, if we were those people, we could Google probably a ton of
there's
Thursday
a
songs.
there's a whole lot of Fridays.
Well, we're about to get into Friday. I mean, what's your
That's
number one Friday song besides the Friday song, which isn't called Friday song, right? It's called
no, it's called
Shanty.
Shanty. Yeah.
What's your favorite
Um,
Friday song?
man, I love Finally Friday by Earl Thomas Conley, the
Oh
country
yeah,
tune.
yeah. I think
Got
I
a
know it.
$100 smoking in my billfold.
You know what song doesn't have Friday in the title, but I like, and I was going to talk about him today anyhow. Is Oil Patch Town by Chris Knight. Another Friday night.
Dude, he's coming to Bell's in December.
What?
Chris Knight's coming to Bell's, the back room in December.
No kidding.
Yeah, like
Okay,
December.
dude. And you know me, I'm not that dude. I'll say I'm going and not go, but I'm gonna get. I think I might get a room in Kalamazoo and bring Quinn. If I wonder if I could get him in. I mean,
Oh,
you could.
yeah, I don't know.
Dude, I know I could get him in. Probably they weren't quote unquote checking IDs. The dude's working at that bar right now. He's like every night. Somebody's like, "Hey man, let me buy you a beer." Quinn, or they're like, "Hey man, what's your favorite beer?" And Quinn's like, "The water's really good here, dude. I'm 16 years old."
I'm
You know.
16. Oh,
Um, boy, that's killer news. Oh, I gotta write that down. I'm gonna tell Quinn. That's our
yeah, they
boy,
have
man.
some killer shows coming to Bell's back room this
I
fall.
love bells. Again, dude.
Deer
I,
Tick's coming there.
I'm
Chris
lying.
Knight.
I almost said, well, you know, dude, if it was closer, but even shows in Mesquite, an hour drive after a show is it
And
was
I
way
looked
more
at his tour dates, and that's as close as
nothing.
he's coming.
Kalamazoo's not that bad to see Chris Knight though, especially if I got a room and I didn't have to stress about driving home. If I could just go
Yeah.
see Chris Knight, hang out, and wonder who's opening that gig.
Yeah.
Huh. Boy, that's killer. So back on Friday. You know what? Is it? Yeah,
Black
isn't The Cure
Friday, Steely Dan.
Friday I'm in Love? The Cure.
The Cure, yep.
That's a great tune. I
From
love The Cure.
Wish,
I
yeah.
have a real soft spot for The Cure. I
Me
do.
too.
I like The Cure.
Especially that like Wish and Disintegration. Those two records are fantastic.
I saw an old like an old video clip of the Cure, early Cure, and Robert Smith didn't even look. He hadn't quite fully Robert Smith yet. Like got his whole thing going, but it was really good. I'm trying. What's another? I mean, there's so many songs, but I'm struggled to come up with them off the top of my head.
Black Friday, Steely Dan.
Oh, Good Friday by the Black Crows, dude.
Yep.
That's a
Good
great tune.
Friday. Did you see that Chris Robinson was just on Joe Rogan?
No. Oh, you told me that.
I
How
texted
was
you,
it?
yeah. I
Yeah.
haven't
How was?
watched it yet, but it's like 2.5 hours. So
Well, and I'm gonna say this now, which I feel good saying. You know, I love the Crows, as we both do. I'm a fanatic Crows fan, and there was a patch in there, man, where Chris Robinson was getting on my nerves, dude.
I
Big time,
I got
big time.
Happiness Bastards and I'm digging it.
Me too. I've been listening too, and I don't hate it at all. And I didn't warm up right away at all. When I heard Wanting Waiting, is that what it is, dude? Waiting, Wanting, whatever it is.
Yeah.
The single, I wasn't super blown away, but I kept on it, and then I started to like it because I thought some of the melody sounded like Jealous Again. It's
Yeah.
been a because the opening line is something like it's been a month of Sundays. It's been a month of Sundays since I could fake a smile. And it, reminded me of always drunk on Sunday, trying to feel like I was home. But so Chris Robinson bugged me for a while. I loved him when like Southern Harmony, his super stoned out long hair hit me. Then he got into the Dead, and then the Crows became even more of a jam band.
Yeah.
And every album I had to work harder and harder on. Like I've told you, before the Frost, I worked and worked, and I'd put that sucker in all the time. Be like, this is not my thing, and then it clicked. And the same thing happened with War Paint. I was like,
Yeah.
this is stupid. To me, War Paint is like they sound like they were into the band at the time or something. And now like Happiness Bastard sounds like they're back to like the Faces and the Stones.
Yes. Yeah.
And Chris Robinson's been doing great interviews. He's not been so aware that he's Chris Robinson, which I like. And I like that I just wish I'd get the band together. I wish I'd have
Yeah.
all those people are alive, dude.
The core, yeah.
That Southern Harmony lineup is all alive and working. I mean, Mark Ford is a genius guitar player. He's with Lucinda right now, I
Yep.
think, still.
Trigger Hippies, Gorman.
Johnny Colt was in Train for a while and a couple other bands. As a matter of fact, I think I saw a clip of Train with Johnny Colt on bass. I didn't recognize him. And he played in Skinnerd, of course. And then, of course, Steve Gorman. I mean, those guys are all available. How big of I just don't understand how big a problem can be. And maybe I don't know. But like, why is the problem so big you can't get the Southern Harmony lineup together?
Yeah.
I wonder when the next big anniversary of that record is. Because it could be that. They could do it then. I
Yeah. What
love
did it come out
that's my favorite.
92?
Yeah, that feels right. Yeah, that feels absolutely right. I don't know. I love that lineup. I love the band. Have you talked to Denny Smith about Jeff Cease?
No.
Here's a side story I'm going to probably screw up, but check this out. Denny Smith and his wife or girlfriend, I'm not sure, I think he's married, but
Wife.
anyhow, they're walking the dog and new neighbors come out. They're kind of talking like I said, and you can smell your own, right? You know, your people. These people come out and start talking. It's fucking Jeff Cease from the Black Crows, the
Oh
guitar.
wow. Yeah,
He lives in Denny's cul-de-sac.
he played on the first record. Yeah.
He played on the first Crows album. He's Eric Church's guitar player now.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, holy crap. He goes, yeah, dude, Jeff Cease lives in my, like, 2 doors down or something. I'm like, dude, for a guy like Jeff Cease because the thing is, my guess is a guy like Jeff Cease doesn't know Denny Smith by name or maybe career-wise even. But as soon as Denny Smith goes, well, hey, man, check out my album. And it's The Great Affairs. That dude's going to want to be friends with Denny Smith and even record, I would think. I would. If a dude like that lived in my neighborhood and he was like, this is my band, it was The Great Affairs. Shit, man, I'd be doing everything I could to play music with that dude. So yeah, that's a little side story. Denny Smith lives with near Jeff Cease now, which is cool. All right, so that was that Friday? Yeah, we're still on
Friday. Well,
Friday.
there's
Am
Wayne the Train has a song called Friday and Saturday Night, doesn't he?
that I don't know off the top
Every
of my head.
Friday and Saturday night. I think so. I think it's
I
Wayne the Train.
I
I was
just
thinking it might
covered
be Robbie Fulks because he's coming. He's coming also.
to Bells.
Yep.
Dang it. I so
If you
get
look at
this.
their upcoming schedule and the intersection, there's some like Houndmouth is coming around, and there's some good stuff coming.
I'll tell you what, if Dutch Henry was still a band, we'd be playing that Robert Fultz show because we played all those shows. He was a huge Dutch Henry fan, which was awesome. Except for not except, but Robbie Fultz is a funny guy too. He's that guy.
There's
And I
another one.
remember,
All the members of Dutch Henry are still alive.
dude, I wish I could get that together. Um, man, I don't know why that. And I say that too, like, oh well, personalities. Like, how can you not get past that or whatever? And we don't. At one of these days, we're gonna do an MD podcast like this with all the members of Dutch Henry, and you will serve as the interviewer, and we can figure out what happened. I mean, I blame myself a lot, but I don't think it was that either. I just think it wore us out. It just wore us out. You know, it's hard to. What's the line from the Hold Steady? It hurts being, and it hurts being broke. It's being broke, and always heartbroken, and being both must be a drag or something like that. It's on your little hood rat friend, but it sucks being broke all the time and having to
Well,
scrape and
that's what the song
everything.
Highway to Hell's about. It's not about hell, it's about touring,
Right. Well,
you
and it
know.
just there's just never enough money.
Being in a
And
van with all those guys
dude,
and
I've been really shitty lately too. I've been real shitty about this, mostly in private, but to a select group of people. The Kickstarter thing, dude. A van? Someone said they needed $10,000, a $10,000 Kickstarter to record. $10,000. Dude, that's car money. That's
yeah,
car money. 10,000. And
that's
then
crazy.
some other band got a brand new beautiful van, like, you know, motorhome almost.
Right?
That's I mean, good on them, right? I get it. And if people love your music, they'll help you out, and I get it. But god dang, dude, we never went to that well, and that's probably what killed our. And we weren't like asking. We didn't have $100,000 expenses, right? We had sometimes $5,000 expenses, or even $500 expenses
Right.
that we wouldn't go to that well for. Anyhow, I'm sorry. I digress. We're on Saturday now. What's your Saturday tunes? Of course,
One
you
of
got
my
Saturday nights
favorites,
all right for fighting.
that's a good one. One of my favorites is from the band The Howling Iguanas, which was
I've heard of them.
Michael Lee Firkins.
Yes, that big guitar guy.
Yep, from Texas. John Crisley, little John Crisley on harmonica and vocals. Oh, Ray Luzier on drums, I think,
God, that dude's everywhere. He's the corn
and
guy.
Jimmy O'Shea on bass.
Huh. What were they called?
The Howling Iguanas.
I know the name. I know the
So
name.
Michael Lee Firkins has a song on one of his records. I can't Cactus Cruise maybe called Saturday Morning. No, called is it Saturday something? And then this is like a continuation of that song they do on the Howling Iguanas record. There's no vocals, but the John Crisley does sing on some of the rest of the record, which is it's a killer record. I don't. That's another dude that alcohol and drugs just
Took it away from.
killed the talent. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll happen. I this will be a good one. This will be topical for right now too. Is I love the song "Let's Kill Saturday Night" by Robbie Fultz.
Oh yeah.
That was like his break. That was his Geffen album. He made that record "Let's Kill Saturday Night" for Geffen. He was on
Yeah, and
Geffen,
didn't
dude.
somebody do that song?
Yep.
A country
I Pin
singer?
Monkey. I think the band Pin Monkey did it. They
Okay.
were like they were around the country scene when Cross Canadian Ragweed was around the country scene.
Yeah, they did oh yeah, their singer had kind of a wasn't my voice. The voice wasn't for me for
Yeah,
Pin
they
Monkey. They did a song called Big Shiny Cars.
They had another single too, I remember.
I think it was
But I
Big
just
Shiny Cars.
it could be.
Because
I just
there's another
know that they
band that
covered that Folks tune.
because there's another band that I like from Texas that does Big Shiny Cars, and I can't remember what they're called right now. But I don't think that that's I don't know who wrote that song, but you know which one
Yeah,
I'm
that
talking about?
I don't think I do.
Um, it's just talking about all the rich people in Nashville, basically.
Oh, nice.
The label people, I think, is mostly who don't know shit about music.
Well, that's true. There's some of that for sure. Yeah, Let's
Well,
Kill Saturday
obviously
Night was my pick.
they
Well,
don't they don't sign guys like Ross Cooper. I mean,
dude, there's I know. I told you I was rocking a lot of Ross Cooper lately. I played that
dude,
song
sleeping with
last
a
night.
stranger is such a hit. If that guy, like I told him, if George Strait sang that, if they put that on the radio with George Strait on lead vocals, it's going to number one.
Yeah,
That's
there's a
such a
lot of that.
damn good song.
Well, that's what old time, not old time, but like older country artists, that was their bread and butter, dude, is they found killer songs and sang them.
Yeah.
They were song stylists. They found a killer jam and put George Jones' voice to it. And of course, everything's going to work. Of course, it's going to be killer because you've got the voice. I mean, those are people who looked for songs, great songs, and recorded them. That doesn't happen as much now, I don't think. But yeah, let me think
Depends
of
on
some.
what your name is.
Yeah, well, that's true too.
I mean, because I don't think that didn't Tennessee Whiskey wasn't that a bigger hit with Stapleton than it was with anyone else?
Yes. And it's been around forever.
And it's been around. David Allen Coe did it. George Jones did it.
I know. I wonder why. I wonder what connected with. Boy, there's a tune too, man. I mean, you talk about approaching the Freebird, Sweet Home Alabama, Give Me Three Steps, Old Time Rock and Roll. That tune is starting to in cover band world. Holy smokes, man.
Tennessee Whiskey.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
dude. There's a lot of versions of, and with a song like that, too. Because structurally it's manageable for a kind of an intermediate musical level. You have a lot of people singing it who it doesn't happen for, right? Because Stapleton's got a killer voice. He's a great singer, but there's a lot of it's a big cover tune now. You hear it a lot. Rock
Right.
bands are doing it. Like this, some band will play that lit tune, right? That, and then the
Yeah.
next song will be Tennessee Whiskey because it's such a popular song. Let me think. Saturdays. What other Saturdays do I have?
Saturday Night by Pretty Boy Floyd.
Do I remember that song?
Is it on Electric or
Hey,
Big Boys with
Electric Boys with no
something like that?
Leather Boys with Electric Toys.
There you go.
Leather Boys with Electric Toys, which is
Yes, I think it's called Saturday Night by Pretty Boy Floyd.
huh. I feel like I would. I'm thinking of Pretty Boy Floyd songs off that record now, and the only one that keeps coming to me is 48 hours, 48 hours to rock that tune. But I like that Pretty Boy Floyd album, by the way.
Heck
I did.
yes.
It was boy, they're still touring, dude. They still tour and play and like with one original dude, but
Yeah.
hair bands liked Saturday Night, okay. I mean, that was a good topic for them. I just can't think of any titles that had Saturday Night in it.
Not in them, no.
I mean, like I said, Let's Kill Saturday Night by Robbie Folks is really good. Saturday
That was
Night's
on
all
my
right.
list.
Saturday Night's all right for fighting was a good one. I don't know, man. And that Oil Patch Town is, I mean, that's Saturday. Another? Oh no, that was Friday night. That's right. Yeah, that's Saturday night's a pretty good topic, though. I mean, that's fertile ground.
Small Town Saturday Night by Hal Ketchum. You remember that song?
Dude, there's a
There's an Elvis movie on the marquee sign.
I think I do. And I also Scotty Huff had a solo album. He right now he's playing bass for the Mavericks, but he was with Keith Urban during that first run of Keith Urban's fame when he
Yeah.
had Who Wouldn't Want to Be Me and stuff. That
Right.
was when Huff was, and that was a band, dude. That Keith Urban era when we kind of started, where we met Scotty or right. Keith Urban's band was like a band, dude. They were doing some big arena tour, like opening for someone, and then
I
they were doing
s-
side gigs. They were doing bar gigs on their own. They had a whole rig, like electronic drums. They were doing bar gigs.
yeah. I saw those guys with Jake Owen, Keith Urban
That
and
would
Jake Owen.
see that would explain it because then Huff went over and played with Jake Owen for a while. He
Oh,
was in
okay.
Jake Owen's band for a while too.
Yeah,
Um,
he was friends with a kid from Grand Rapids, Jake Owen, that my friend Jason Eller played one night at the intersection in this like acoustic night.
uh-huh.
And this kid, this was probably a decade or more ago. This kid came up and played named Frankie Ballard.
Oh
And
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I said, that kid's gonna be a star.
Yeah. He was
Yeah.
is. I mean, I don't know what to. I don't know. I mean, I don't know that I know any of his music, but I know that
He
name.
wrote some stuff and did some stuff with the guys they call the Peach Pickers. It's Dallas Davidson and Rhett Akins. They write a lot of songs together.
Huh, cool. Yeah.
And
And you name
Rhett's son is Thomas Rhett, the country
the
guy.
country singer. Yep.
Yeah, that's Rhett Akins' son. And
Huh.
Rhett Akins is I love Rhett, but like I can hear songs on the radio and say, man, that sounds like a Rhett Akins song. And I go home and look it up and it's like,
And it
oh
is.
yeah, sure enough.
Yeah, I can do that occasionally. And we've talked about it. I can do it occasionally with Butch Walker. I can
Yeah.
hear Butch Walker either had a hand in writing or production or all
Oh
those
yeah.
power poppy, punky songs I like. A lot of them have
Yeah, SR
Homeboy and
71. You're like,
yeah,
huh, that sounds
they
like
have
Butch
a
Walker had a hand in this.
yeah, yes, exactly right. So we've made it to Saturday. I mean, this will be one of our shorter shows for sure. But again, we had to pull this off on the fly, which is pretty good. Are there any other days of the week songs you can think of right now? I
Oh
mean,
man.
there's got well, there's oh man, there's a song that has every day of the week in it. I can't think of what it's called now. Shoot. I needed that. So Sunday, I had Sunday closed, but there's got to be, I mean, Sunday morning coming down is pretty
Sunday
good.
close. Oh.
That was the Sexton tune, remember?
Oh yeah,
Where he
yeah.
talks, where that, I mean, why that's so good is that Sunday close tune. Why I picked it for my Sunday is the imagery in it is really good. Like grandma slicked my hair down. I cinched up my belt. I can still remember how that polyester felt.
Oh wow.
Townsfolk
Yeah.
all a tremble. They know what lay in store as the preacher takes the pulpit and the ushers shut the door.
Oh man.
That's pretty killer. That's Sexton. I mean, that's there's why Shannon probably defers, uses him as a reference for writing. And because
Didn't I send you that EP with those
yeah,
two?
yep.
I'll
And
have
I
to
got
send
into
you
it.
the Neil Casal one that she did with Neil
Well, and we were talking before we got on the air right now. I just I knew Neil through, like I said,
through Todd.
I think he came into me through Todd Snyder, although I'd seen him play with someone else, and I won't know who
Wasn't he
that is.
part of the Hardworking Americans?
He was. That's how I got him.
Yeah.
He was a guy playing guitar in
Yep.
Hardworking Americans, and then he was playing with Ryan Adams. He was in Ryan Adams' band for a while,
Yep.
and he was great in that. And then he has this album with Kenny Roby, who I love, from Six String Drag and solo art. I'll tell you what, dude. Have you ever listened to Kenny Roby's song "All Trains Lead to Cocaine"?
I'm very familiar with the first Six String Drag record.
Yeah. Um, there's a solo Kenny Roby song. It's called "All Trains
Okay.
Lead to Cocaine." It's really good, and there's a song he has called "Mercury's Blues" that's really super good. I remember when he played at the intersection when Kenny Roby played by himself. Were you there?
At the Tip Top,
I'm sorry, Tip Top. Tip Top. Sorry. Yeah, were you at that Tip Top show?
I was not. No.
Yeah. So that was the one where like the crowd was pretty thin, and I'm telling people like you're about to witness something, because nobody really knew, and he just fucking laid it out, man, and it was killer. And then he came back with the whole band, and Barrel Bones played with him.
Yes.
which was a big deal which sucks. This is my life. I've been a six string drag fan. I can almost guarantee you. I can almost guarantee it longer than anyone within earshot of this podcast right now. I mean, I've been into six string drag forever.
Well,
And then they
Hi-Hat came out
played,
in 97, and I've probably been a
yeah,
fan since 2010.
yeah. And I got hi hat when it came out.
Yeah, I
I got a
remember you
copy of it
telling
when
me.
it came out. And and they so then six string drag comes and I missed the show. I don't think I went to that show. Yes, I did. Did I go to that? No, because I wonder if I went to. I don't think I did. I don't think I went to the full band show. I think I played and Barrel Bones opened it because I would
Yeah,
have eased. I'm sure if Six String Drag was playing and I set that gig up, I'm sure I would have, shoehorned my
I
ass
don't
into it
I don't
somehow.
remember you being there.
Yeah, I think I missed the full band gig because I had to play. I did, and then Barrel Bones opened, but that's a killer band, and Kenny Roby and Neil Casal did a record together. That's how I've been back on Neil. And then I got to that song we were talking about. Um, oh my God, maybe California is
Yeah.
just so killer, man. What an awesome. Sorry, side note, but Neil Casal right now is where I'm at. That's where I'm living a little bit when I'm not. I'm trying to think of what else I've been rocking lately. That's
I've been
been big.
rocking this
Not a six string drag.
are you familiar with Ike Riley?
No.
He's a guy I think he's from Chicago area. He's been around for a long time. I just have a couple of his albums, but I've been like revisiting his first record's called Salesman and Racist. And it's hard to put in it's you can't put it in a genre really. It's one of
Yeah.
those kind of records. He was in a
Which,
band, I think he was in a band called the Eisenhowers.
huh?
I think that maybe where I mean his name's Michael, but maybe that's where the Ike came from is when he was with the Eisenhowers. I
Oh,
don't
yeah,
know,
that could
but
be.
he goes by Ike Riley and he's still putting out records. He's probably like
Check him out.
60 something,
I'm gonna
just
check that out.
slugging it out.
Well, and I
He's
have
got a
been.
song called Kami Drives a Nova that's awesome. And Hip Hop Ties is a great song.
I I have been on your recommendation, and because obviously he was on the show, I have been rocking some Ross Cooper lately. I'm a lot of Hold Steady right now. Sequestered in Memphis is rocking me. Um, and for some reason I've been hot on a cover, the Slobberbone cover of "To Love Somebody," the Bee
Okay.
Gees tune. Oh, dude, if you get a chance to listen, it's rootsy. I mean, it's
I
pretty
watched
straightforward.
the wife and I watched the Josh Weathers, the one that Ross told us about. He's doing Dolly Parton, I Will Always Love You.
Yeah, is it
We
killer?
watched that last night. Oh my God, man, it's killer.
He's the one that Ross said was like a sing the phone book kind of dude, right?
Yes. Yeah,
And he just crushes it.
it's on YouTube. It's pretty sweet.
That is, yeah,
It's
I
just
gotta check
him and
that
an
out too.
electric guitar and he just kills it.
Yeah, man, I'm jealous of that. That must be awesome.
But yeah, I've been listening to that, Ike Riley and a lot of this metal band. It's like Viking metal called Amon Amarth.
Huh. I've been listening to a little bit of Ghost. Quinn has still got
Oh
me hot
yeah,
on Ghost. He got a shirt, dude. He got a
I got
Ghost
one.
shirt, big upside down crosses and shit on it. I'm like,
Okay.
dude, I don't know how I feel about this. And
I,
then
I have the Hunter's Moon shirt because I love that song.
he's rocking this Ghost shirt with upside down crosses and stuff on it. And we have a conversation where I'm like, dude, I'm not telling you how, certainly I'm the last person to do that. But, you know, little bit uncomfortable. We want to watch Blasphemy, all this sort of stuff. I'm telling him that literally. Well, I'm in a factory sleeveless Ozzy Osbourne Blizzard of Oz shirt, and he's got a big cross in his hand. And Quinn's like, dude, look at your shirt. I'm like, yeah, I guess you're probably right. I guess you're right. But he got me so hip on Ghost that I just went crazy and started. I mean, I only have a handful of songs I like. I'm not liking every Ghost song on earth, but he learned all the drums to some song called Mary on a Cross. That's really cool.
Yeah, Bloody
And
Mary.
then
Yeah,
and
Mary
then
on
I
a
like
Cross is good. It's from a
I
single.
oh really?
Yeah, it's a single with oh, Kiss the Go Goat.
Against the Go-Go. Well, there's another tune I like from them too. You will never ever walk alone. You can always count on me. Oh, Call Me
Oh,
Little Sunshine.
yeah, Call Me Little Sunshine.
That's a
Yeah.
killer tune, man. I love
It's a
that tune.
song about Mephistopheles, the demon. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, yeah. There's a good. If you get a chance, there's a video of Ghost doing that
Oh,
on Kimmel
really?
Live. Oh, it's awesome. It's awesome. It's live, dude.
I like
It's straight
his
up live.
I mean, his love song to Satan is fantastic. It's called He Is.
God, dude. Don't tell me that shit. I don't need that in my house. I got this in my house now. Now I've got this in my house.
That's my favorite record. Yeah,
Yeah, Quinn's big into it, man. And
yeah,
he's
it's
not a
good
metal
stuff.
dude. He's not but I think he likes them because they're technical.
And
There's a
it's like
technical element.
some of it's like
Some of it sounds like Journey to me.
operatic and it's
Yeah.
fantastic.
So that what's the song? It was a big single for him too. Um, it was a big single. Dance
Oh,
Macabre.
Dance Macabre
Yeah, that tune. That sounds like almost like a
about
Journey tune,
vampires. Yeah.
or there's some kind of cool Hagar-y vibe to it too that I really like,
I
you know.
love that song. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like a vampire tune. And Spillways is great. Joe Elliott's in the Spillways video from Def
Oh,
Leppard.
I gotta check that out too. Yeah, it's pretty cool. We digress. There's nothing about Days of the Week and Ghost, but I gotta say that. So I'm gonna put you really on the spot because we are wrapping up this impromptu. And folks, I'm gonna tell you this too. I was just listening to a podcast that had somebody whose job, I think, was they're Googling the whole time, Googling facts, Googling. I hope we never do that, dude. If I get the wrong year for Sammy Hagar's VOA album, cool, man. I'm guessing it
Yeah.
was 84 because I remember that. But I don't want to do that. So for us to pull it off the cuff like this is it harkens back to our deep roots, of because those early shows we were just talking. We weren't listing anything. I think we were just talking about an overarching topic like Sun Volts Trace. We
Yeah.
got to be the only. Are we the only podcast that ever did an entire episode dedicated to Sun Volts
About an
Trace?
album.
I feel like we're the only ones who did that. Well, you got any parting words for us today, buddy? Oh, off the cuff.
Oh man, I don't have any lyrics to
Well,
go check out the new album Breathe by Ghosts of Sunset. Do that.
that's that's always your default. You're always trying to win me over with shit like that. No. All right, everybody. Well, thank you for hanging with us. Hopefully, we'll coordinate our guest and get that
Figure it
happening
out.
down the road. Yeah, I mean, people get busy, and we understand that. No big deal. And then we'll see everybody next time, right?
See you next time, everybody.
All right,
Thanks.
brother. See Scotty.
Later.